So today I'm going to do my air brakes test. The wheels are chocked. My belt is properly mounted and secure. It's not ripped or torn, and it latches and unlatches properly. I have two gauges. I have a primary and a secondary gauge. For today's test, I'm going off of the primary gauge. All right, I'm going to check the air pressure. Okay, I need to reduce the air pressure to 100 or less. Okay, I'm at 99. All right, I'm going to perform a safe start. My brakes are applied or set. The truck is in neutral. Okay, I'm going to perform the applied air leakage test. The governor cut out at 130 psi. This is a good test because the governor cut out no higher than 140 psi. My needle stabilized at 80 psi. Can you please time me for 1 minute? All right, we're going to just say the 1 minute is over. My needle is still at 80 psi. This is a good test because I lost no more than 4 psi in 1 minute in a combination vehicle. Now I'm going to perform the low air warning test. The low air warning activated at 65 psi. This is a good test because the low air warning activated no lower than 55 psi. Now I'm going to perform the spring brake test. Both brakes popped out at 45 psi. This is a good test because both brakes popped out no lower than 20 psi. Okay, now I'm going to do the air gauge test. Okay, the air pressure should reach 85. When it gets there, when it gets from 85 to 100, it should do that within 45 seconds. right, I'm at 85 PSI. I'm at 100 PSI. This is a good test because the air pressure rose from 85 to 100 within 45 seconds. Now I'm just going to raise the air pressure until the governor cuts out. All right. Now I'm going to move on to the next two tests. The next two tests are the parking brake and the service brake check. I need to remove my chalk before I do that. I know I have to back up a little bit, so I'm going to do that to remove the chalk. All right, I'm going to perform the parking brake check. I'm going to check both brakes at the same time first. That's a good test because both brakes held. Now I'm going to perform the parking brake check. That's a good test because the parking brake held. Now I'm going to perform the trailer brake check. It's a good test because the trailer brake held. Now I'm going to perform the service brake check. Just say it's 5 miles an hour. All right, this is a good test because the truck did not move left to right. There was no delay in stopping and there was no unusual noises. All right, so now from there, I'm going to move into my in-cab check. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is my safe start. Both brakes are set. The truck is in neutral. My seatbelt is properly mounted and secured. It's not ripped or torn. Latches and unlatches properly. I'm going to start the truck. In my ABS light, when I start the truck, it has come on and it went off. My DEF tank is right here. It should be no less than 1/8 of a tank. My mirrors are properly mounted and secure. They're not cracked or broken. They're not dirty. There's no illegal stickers, and they are adjusted to me as the driver. I'm going to check my windshield. It's properly mounted and secured. It's not cracked or broken. It's not dirty. There's no illegal stickers. All right? I'm going to check my windshield wiper blades. They are properly mounted and secured. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. The wiper blades are in good condition with no dry rot, and they are working properly. Okay. Now I'm going to check my voltmeter. My voltmeter should be reading between 12 and 14 volts. I have two air gauges, a primary and a secondary. I know they're working properly because the governor cut out no higher than 140 psi. I have a temperature gauge, should be reading between 170 and 180, and my oil pressure gauge should be reading between 20 and 60 psi. All right, I'm going to check my lighting indicators. Here's my low beams. My high beams are on and I know they're working because the blue indicator light is on. My left turn signal is working. My right turn signal is working. My four-way flashers are working. Okay, I'm going to check my steering wheel. There should be no more than 2 inches or 10 degrees of play in a 20-inch wheel. I'm going to check my horns, my city horn, and my air horn. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to check my heater and defroster. Okay, the heater is working and the defroster is working. And then I'm going to check my emergency equipment. I have spare electrical fuses right here, 3 red reflective triangles. A fire extinguisher is properly mounted and secured. It's charged in the green section. It has a pin in the handle, and it should be a 10 VC rating or better. That's it.
Oh, thank you.